Do you guys want to hear my thoughts on what I think the best looking characters are in Reverse 1999? Well, that's what we're going to be doing in today's video. I'm going to be ranking every single character based off their aesthetic, not off the meta, on 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉𝘿 so I can show you guys what my favorite characters are in this game in terms of aesthetic. Yet again, not meta. So hang around to the end of the video and check out all the characters. Anyways, let's jump straight into things. Consider subscribing. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers as well. We're almost there. Anyway, let's just jump straight into things. So this is on 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉𝙿. I'll leave a link down to this tier list thing down in the description below. So something to keep in mind firstly before we begin, some of these characters are not out on global, so I'm not going to be touching some of them, but I'll try to kind of rate the ones where I feel like I can have an opinion on based off the character. So I've also got private up here if we want to look at any of the characters in terms of aesthetics. But yeah, let's just get started. Okay, so first up character on the list we have is Bunny. So this is what she looks like here. Based off character aesthetic alone, pretty cool. Gotta love the Bunny I made outfit, but also this is a pretty dope R's looking skin. She's just carrying these massive R's, like so much food, like geez, yeah, it's pretty cool. But that being said, the only real stuff that really changes in the image is just like more food. And she kind of, actually hold on, she kind of gets like a, I don't know, it's not super amazing. I'm going to say she's very kind of middle of the road. We'll put it down in C tier. Nah, I gotta put her in B tier. She gets points for being in a bunny outfit. Okay, so next up we have Tennant. Tennant is kind of badass. She's a pretty cool character in terms of gameplay as well, but that's not what we're rating on today. But she's just a fancy ass woman who has an awesome jacket and a big ass hat, and she looks kind of dope as shit. So, you know what? I'd say she is probably the definition of an A tier character in this game. Okay, next up we have Rabies. This is what I mean when I say there's kind of some like whack ass characters in this game. Some of them are really cool, some of them are not. I'm personally kind of a bit iffy on this guy. I feel like there are cooler kind of ones out there, and his voice lines are kind of weird too, but he's pretty cool looking. He's just like a scarecrow dude. He's kind of sick, so I'll put him down there, but I can understand how some people might like him a lot more. Okay, we then have, I love this character a lot. I think her aesthetic is cool. I like the whole like pilot bomber kind of thing. The fact that she rides on a broom is pretty dope. And overall, she just has a really cool aesthetic, and she's one of my favorite 6-star characters in the game in terms of aesthetics. So she's going to be the first S tier because she's awesome and I like her. And I'm also a little biased because she's what I'm using as my main DPS at the moment, or one of them. Okay, next up we have Matilda. She's a pretty cool character in the story. I like her quite a lot. Her voice actor is very interesting. I like the voice a lot. The fact that one of the cool things about this game is the fact that they actually speak in accents. They're not just like flat English. It's just like this character has a French background. They speak English, they also speak a bit of French, and they very clearly have a French accent, which I like. So even though I know that's not an aesthetics thing, just for that alone, I'm giving her a few more points. I'm going to be putting Matilda into A tier because I actually quite like her character a lot. Okay, next up we have Balloon Party. So this character is a healer, and I'm going to be completely real with you. I'm not the biggest fan of this character design. She's a great character meta-wise, but I'm just really not into the younger characters, unless they look like really badass and cool, but she's just kind of like a little bit goth, a little bit of like, I don't know, just not my thing. I'd say she's probably the same level as Rabies. Okay, this one is a biggie. We've got Regulus. Out of all the characters in the game, this character design right here is probably one of my favorites. Voice line, story alone, all these kind of crap out to the side, just pure aesthetics, this is probably one of my favorite characters in the entire game. I think her outfit, I think her design just looks really cool and kind of dope, so I'm definitely putting her up there in the very top. Okay, next up we have Mr. Apple. Some of you might not like this design and think it's kind of lazy just because it's literally an apple wearing a collar and a tie. I disagree. I think this design is kind of based. I'm gonna chuck this up into A tier because I think it's actually kind of cool. I think it's kind of funny, so I'm gonna be putting it up pretty high for that one. You're gonna see a lot of these kind of things. Even though I know some of these like Mr. Apple kind of designs, or like the where is it? There's like literally just like a piece of glass or something, and a lot of these designs are kind of boring. Disagree because alright, let's put it this way. There's a talking radio here, a sentient talking radio. Sure, it's a little bit like, oh, it's just a radio, but it's like, what other game can you play as a talking sentient radio? I disagree. The designs are kind of based when they think they're things like that, and they get a little bit extra points just for being interesting. Okay, so next up is Mesmer Jr. I'm gonna be real, not a fan. She's top of C. I'm not a fan of like her little like earring jewelry kind of thing. Her outfit is just kind of like, it's just like space agey kind of nurse looking thing, and she's got like short, I don't know, I'm just not a fan of her aesthetic overall, so she's quite a bit lower down for me. Next up we have Poltergeist. Here's the thing, I didn't realize there was this skin. I know you guys can't see this properly. If this was the skin and what the character actually looked like, she would get way more points, but this is what we're going off. We're just going off base characters here. I'm gonna be honest, it's just a character. There's not much to this one. I know I just said like, ooh, interesting characters. Actually no, she's not that low. She's probably like a C. Just a bottom of C. It's just, I don't know, it's a little bit boring. It's unique, like sure, it's not done in many games, but I feel like I've seen this in some other games before, whereas like things like this, I've never seen this in a game, so I think it gets a few more points for that. Alrighty, next up we have Charlie. Where are you, Charlie? There we go, Charlie. Okay. She's got that whole like magician aesthetic kind of going on. I'm gonna be honest, she's alright. I'll chuck her at like top of C. I'm not the biggest fan. Like she's kind of cute, but like Sonetto is the next one. I think she has a really, really cool character design. She kind of has that whole like person who directs like symphonies at the front of the stage. She kind of has that whole aesthetic going on. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of here for it. I don't think she's like, I gotta put her up in A tier with these guys. She's so iconic for this game. Like she's definitely the face of the game, man. I mean, she's literally the icon of the app icon. So, you know, she's kind of cool though. So I'll give her points for that. Alrighty, Voyager. It's a maid and not the over-sexualized maid, which gets points because I like the original aesthetic for this. Her whole kind of aesthetic of her kit and her skills is she's like this space planetary like star kind of aesthetic. You can see it all in like her clothing and stuff. She's a musician. She looks just dope. So I'm gonna be completely honest, I'm tempted to put her up here with the other S tiers. I think her character design is very, very good. Okay, next up we have 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉𝘿. I like her a lot. But I don't know if she's S tier for me. Because like, don't get me wrong, she's got a really cool skill animation, some of the best looking ones in the game. She's up there in the top ones, which does play into the aesthetic, but she's just a woman, a very pretty looking woman, but she's just a woman. There's nothing like special about her design. Like she doesn't pop out to me like these ones do. That being said, I don't know where to put her. This one I'm kind of torn. Because like, I'd probably put her in between S and A, but I don't think she's quite on the, this is tricky for me. I'm gonna put her at the very top of A for now. I might change my mind later, but she's just kind of not an aesthetic I particularly mesh with. So we're gonna do that. All right, next up is 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉𝘿. I like her character in the story. I do not like her aesthetic. I'm just not into this kind of style. I'm gonna be honest, probably B tier. Just not for me. I'm just not into this aesthetic. I'm not into the whole like, yeah, I don't know, just not my kind of stuff. Alrighty, next up we have Baby Blue. Similar kind of reasoning as to the 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉𝘍. However, I think she's a little bit better, so I'm gonna put her at like the bottom of A. Okay, Miss My Son. Honestly, she's sitting in a chair. That's points, but honestly she's kind of boring. She's just a lady, just a generic woman. I'm gonna be honest, I think she's one of the most generic looking characters in the game. I'm probably gonna put her at bottom of D tier. Not because I don't like this type of character usually, I just feel like in this game the bar for like cool looking characters is so much higher, and I feel like she just feels like one of the more generic characters of the game, so she loses a lot of points for that in my aspect. If there was like any other tier list, she'd be like probably like middle of the road, and I don't necessarily hate her, it's just more that there's so many interesting character designs in this one, and she just feels like just a lady. So she, I don't know, I just don't like her as much. Okay, next up we have, where is he? Pavia. I'm gonna be completely 100% real with you. This might just be that I don't have context because I don't know what era this guy's from. He's probably like 70s, 80s, or 90s. I'm just not a fan of the pretty boy characters. I'm not a female. I'm not into these types of characters. So I'm gonna be completely real. I'll give him a good fair rating for what I would probably put him at. I can understand, the reason I'm trying to defend myself is I can understand how some people would put this a lot higher. For me personally, he's like C tier. Like, I don't care. So next up we have just 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉𝙿. It's just a horse with wheels, like a porcelain horse. I think this is kind of based. I'm gonna put this into B tier. Look, what game is this? What other game have you played where this kind of thing is a playable character? Like, it's just unique. I know I'm giving these characters so much extra points for just being unique, but that's just something I like about this game. It's just that not everything is just, oh, here's pretty female number 262 and pretty boy number 362 and gruffed man 22. Like, it's not like that kind of game. There's actually unique and interesting characters, and I like that a lot. Next up we have Centurion. Gonna be 100% honest, she's kind of based. She looks awesome. She's kind of hot, to be honest. I'm being completely real. So yeah, top of S tier, very much S tier. Okay. Okay, next up we have Twins Sleep. I'm gonna be honest, D tier. They're just two girls. They're twins. That's the gimmick. That's kind of boring to me. I don't really care. All right, next one is, I don't even know this character's name because I've not paid attention. John Tito? Nah, that's a D tier. Sorry, that's kind of boring. It's just a lady holding a computer. It looks like a 70s character. I'm not really into that aesthetic. Who is that? I've seen this character. I haven't really paid much attention to them. Where are they? I can't even freaking see them. Are they that irrelevant? Okay, I was gonna say, Onion. What? It's a unique design. It just looks fucking stupid. I don't think it's cool, so I'm just gonna put this down really low. I don't like that character. Okay. Next up we have A-Knight. A-Knight is a pair of sentient hands with holding a sword. I think this is based as fuck. This is going up in S tier. This is so fucking cool. Like, look at this shit. It's just dope. So yeah, he gets very high points just for being. And then we have, what's her name? La Source. D tier. I feel nothing. I don't care for the character design at all. Mrs. Radio, I think her name is, or something like that. Yeah, Miss Radio. Honestly, truthfully, kind of based. It's just a talking sentient radio that gets a B tier. What else? Japanese maid wearing chains. It's alright. It's C tier. That's not that interesting. Alrighty, Medicine Pocket. Out of all the 6 stars in this game, honestly, one of my probably least favorite. I do not like the way this character looks. I'm not a fan of their design. I'm not a fan of their skill animations, their set, really anything about this character. Even though they're great meta-wise, I'm not denying that. This character just really isn't my style. So I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna get probably a bit of flack for this. They're kind of C tier. I really don't like this character aesthetically in any way. They're a little bit more unique, which I sure gives them some points, but I just really don't like this character that much. I wish I didn't have to use him as my main support as well, because I just really don't like the character. Okay, next up we have Eternity. She's not unique, she's not necessarily special, she's just a fancy woman in a fancy dress. But I don't care, she's hot as fuck, so she gets way extra points for that. And I'm very much letting my horny through there, and you're not stopping me and not telling me otherwise, so it's going up in S tier. So don't fight me on this. Who is that guy? I don't even recognize him. Click. Okay, this guy. Yeah. C tier. It's not that interesting. It's just kind of a dude with some dirty clothes and a camera. Yeah, I've heard he's pretty good meta-wise, but whatever. I'm not really too fast in that one. Alrighty, ready. Who we got? Who are you? I forget your name. Where? Whomst? Who? Where? Oh, there we are. Eric. Interesting character design, not quite D tier, probably C tier, just not my, yet again, not into the smaller characters, the younger ones, just not my thing. I don't like them in any character aesthetic usually. They have to be like really, really unique to get me to like them. Like, it's just, I'm not a fan of like the whole like, oh, kid going on an adventure with the, like, you know, the whole cape and axe kind of thing. It's like, you see those and there's like, I don't know, it's just not my style. I just don't go with these kind of things, mesh with those kind of characters usually. Okay. Oh, this guy, even though he's just a generic scientist, I can't pinpoint what about this guy makes this character design so interesting to me, because he's literally just wearing like a scientist cloak, bit very fancy one might grant you, but I think the thing that makes him kind of stand out to me is just his facial features and his hair and stuff. He's just a really cool looking character. That being said, actually, yeah, no, he's going B tier. Sorry, A tier. All right, Millennia, I'm going to show you the character, what this one looks like. Enough said. Probably easily my second favorite looking character in the game currently. She's dope. She's one of my favorite characters to use. Her animations are freaking awesome. Like, she's just cool. She's badass. She's sick. She goes there. Beacon, S tier, not only just because she's relevant, but that's not the reason why. She just looks freaking cool. She's a secret agent. She's got a, like, I don't know. Her animations are cool. She's cool. I just like her a lot in general. 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉𝘿. 𝙀𝙓𝙋 looks based as fuck. She's got that nice, cool, like, red sword, got this weird, like, blood thing. Her outfit is just really interesting, and in her, a bit hard to see here, but in her skin, she just has a white line. I'm not going to take add too many points for that, because we're not really looking at the skins here, but honestly, she's very high up in A tier, if not the top of A tier. I just think her design is really cool. Normally, this type of character is not something I would go for. However, this shit's just kind of based B tier. Based for B tier. Blah, blah, blah. Where is this lady? I forget her name. What are you called? God, there are already too many characters in this game. It's hard to find them in the list sometimes when they don't have, like, really standout features. Where is she? Is this character even playable in the game yet, or am I just dumb? I can't see her. Okay, I get the feeling this character is not playable in the game yet. Because she's not on Pridewin, unless I'm just really, really blind and I'm not seeing her, which is very possible. I'm just gonna put her. I'm just gonna put her down the end of the list and not skip that. I'm gonna skip that one. If I see her later, I'll add her. But I don't think she's actually a playable character in the game yet, because I literally cannot see her on here, unless I'm just literally that blind. That's very possible. Okay, whom's to you? Oliver Fogg? Okay, you're boring. You're just, nah, D tier. I already know where this next one's going. I don't like this character. Eagles, she's a Girl Scout. It's kind of boring. D tier. This thing though, I don't know if this thing's currently in the game as playable character. I don't believe it is. This is another one where I'm just going to chuck down here. Unless that's meant to be this thing. Actually, I think that's meant to be that, yeah. Kind of base, just a UFO, kind of boring though. Let's put it in C tier. I have seen these kind of things, not with the cow part, but I have seen UFO, I think, things in probably other games or things similar like it. I don't really even need to take a look at this guy. I'm pretty certain I know where this guy's going. He's, like, very boring to me. Yeah, D tier. I'm not interested in that guy. Okay, we then have, what's her name? 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉𝘿. She's kind of cool. She's a little bit generic. I'm probably going to put her in C tier though. Alright, this next guy, I know, so I'm going to get a bit of flack for this one because I know a lot of people really like this type of character aesthetic. I'm not a fan. I don't like it. C tier. We're getting into a lot of the really more boring characters here. Yeah, C tier. Don't care. We're getting, yeah, some of these are not great. Necrologist, she's kind of cool. Let's put her in B tier. I don't know, I'm kind of iffy on that one. I'm just blasting through some of these because a lot of these are just ones I really don't feel anything for. Okay, her herself, super boring. These monster things though, actually kind of based. I'm gonna put her into high B tier though, because she herself does not look that interesting, so, but little pet things do. And I'm hoping, actually now that I'm realizing this, I'm hoping this is a summoning character. Is this in the game yet? Can we play her? Is she like a upcoming character? No, apparently she's a thing in the game. I've not seen this character's gameplay. And that's probably why she's apparently not very good. Okay. Alright, we have the full. This guy's generic, honestly, D tier. Okay. N.N. Lee. Just gonna say it, I love this kind of aesthetic. I love the glasses. I love the whole like Ghostbusters kind of themes thing. She is dope. I am 100% putting her up in S tier. She is by far one of my favorite looking characters in the game. Not even close, honestly. Okay. What do we got next? This character, I'm not even trying to pronounce that. D tier. I don't care. We then gone Sputnik, which I think is funny. I'm just gonna put that. That's probably the least interesting one. It's just a ball kind of, so that's probably D tier. Look, man, this next one, if you are gonna argue or even try to argue with me that this is not S tier just for good boy tier, honestly, get the hell out. Bruh, he's a fucking cute little border collie. He's adorable. Yeah, no, 100% S tier. One of the best character designs in my game, just because of dog. You win just by default because dog. Like, come on, you can't beat that. You really can't. Who dis? Who the fuck are you? D tier, feel nothing. Alright, 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉. I actually really, weirdly enough, love the shit out of this character. Alright, this character's not going to be on here because they're not playable. Because they're like our main character. But if you know what this character looks like, very, very dope. Honestly, up an S tier. There's a few reasons why I like this character. One, they're not like the nameless, no-talking NPC where we're just meant to self-insert. They're actually their own character, they're actually interesting, and they have a very big role in the story, and amazing voice acting as well. This character is very, very good, but I'm going to put her at the bottom S tier just for the fact that she's not playable. Okay, okay. Terrible character meta-wise, not very good necessarily. Based as fuck character design, honestly, B tier. Okay, where are we at? Where is this character? We then have Bet. Honestly, kind of boring. Woman just wearing mustache, but because she is woman wearing mustache, B tier, because I think it's funny. Whoever the hell, C tier. Who's this dude? I forget his name. He's just a scientist, dude. He's doing things, C tier. A lot of these, some of these get kind of really uninteresting at the lower rarities, unfortunately, but a lot of the like 4-star, 5-star and up ones can be very interesting. Alright, Changeling is based as fuck, she's S tier. She's just cool. She's a deer character, deer lady, deer centaur. I think that's kind of dope. This character is going to be part of the 1.2 update, which I'm really looking forward to, which is going to be like a slasher horror themed. If you want to see what that's kind of entailing in that update, link in the description below to the current video I've done on it. I love this character design. I think she's kind of hot as well, so she's going up an A tier. Tooth Fairy, where are we at with you? I think this character is very interesting, just mainly for the facial features. I think it's an interesting concept, being like what she kind of is. So honestly, I'm gonna put her up in A tier. I don't think she's, oh no, actually no, she's S tier, definitely S tier. Okay, next up, Black Dwarf. Character design wise, in terms of clothing, she's pretty interesting, but not my kind of aesthetic usually, but I'll be honest, she's just hot, so she gets a lot of extra points for that. Okay, moving on, Shaman. So this guy's currently not in the game. I think his character design is kind of dope. He's kind of got that tribal look, and he's got this awesome like robotic arm. I think he's dope as shit. He's going to be the first dude. Actually, no, technically Pickles and Sword ain't knighted dudes, but freaking dope dude looking character. Okay, this is another one we don't have in the game. I know I kind of went against and said what like I said before about not liking the younger characters. I don't know what it is for this character. I think this character just looks cool. But I don't think it's just on the level of any of the top other ones. We might put her up in 8. No, she's a little bit generic. Top of B. So this character here is currently not on the tier list. I actually don't think any of these next ones are. So let me just do a quick little scan. I think these might be upcoming characters that haven't been added to Pridewind just yet. So, okay, yeah. So these next ones have not been added to Pridewind yet, so these characters, because they're not currently playable, I'm assuming. So we're going to skip over those for now. But yeah, guys, that's my tier list for this game. Do keep in mind, yet again, this is purely based on aesthetics, and it's my opinion. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, leave a like and subscribe to channels new. I'll leave a link to this page down in the description below if you guys wish to try it out for yourself. Anyways, guys, hopefully you all enjoyed. Please subscribe to the channel, get me to that 1,000 subscriber milestone, and I'll see you guys in another video another time. Bye, guys.
After all, Elio didn't put it in the script. Why would it matter?
Bon